Hello and welcome to class. My name is Tati. I'm so happy to have you join our short 10-minute yoga flow this morning. You don't need any props. If you have got a block at hand and you might need it for poses like triangle pose, then have that at hand. Otherwise, don't worry, you don't need any props. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy these types of classes. Beginning today in child's pose. So coming to the back of your mat, bringing the big toes to touch, and knees are wide, and then walking the arms forward, resting the forehead on the mat. And just taking a few moments to arrive in class here. Inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale, coming onto the right cheek and then threading the right arm underneath the shoulder. Left arm can stretch towards the top of the mat, or you can bring it to rest on the lower back. Welcome to close the eyes here, feeling the stretch in your shoulder. And exhale, release, bringing both arms back forward and then switching sides. So resting the left cheek on the mat this time, threading the left arm underneath the right shoulder. Resting here with the right arm stretched towards the top of the mat, or bringing it to rest on your lower back. Inhale and exhale, releasing the arms back forward, taking one breath here. And inhale, walking yourself up into all fours, tabletop position. So your hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and then taking a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, gazing forward, dip the belly. Exhale, rounding the spine, pushing the floor away from you. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And continuing through a few rounds of cat-cow, using your breath to move you from cat to cow. And then the next time you come through cow, finding into a neutral tabletop position. From here, we're going to stretch the left leg behind, forming a little kickstand. So you're on your right knee, your right hand is underneath the shoulder, and then stretching the left arm up towards the sky, coming into a supported side plank. Either gazing down towards the right hand or up towards the left fingertips, if that feels okay for your neck. Inhale, lifting yourself up. Left hand rests on left leg and the right arm sweeps up and overhead into gate pose, finding that nice stretch across the right side body. Breathing deeply. And exhale, release, bringing the hands back down to the mat. and then stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Right knee is lowered, finding into low lunge, gazing forward. You can rest the fingertips on the mat, or if you have blocks, you might want to place your hands on your blocks. Exhale, pressing the hips back, straightening the front leg, pointing the left toes up towards the sky, finding into half splits. So you can rest the fingertips on either side of the left leg. Exhale, release the belly towards the thigh. And you want to think about pressing the right hip forward and the left hip back to help square your hips off towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bending into the front leg. Inhale, lifting the arms up and setting yourself low into low lunge position. Breathing, lifting the fingertips towards the sky, keeping the shoulders sinking away from the ears. Exhale, release, framing the front foot and stepping back into all fours tabletop position. This time stretching the right leg behind you, forming a kickstand, and I'll come do it this way around. So you're coming onto your left knee, spinning on. So right leg is stretching behind, right arm reaches up into a supported side plank. Gazing up or down towards the hand. And inhale, lifting yourself up. Right hand rests on right leg, left arm sweeps up and overhead, finding into gate pose. Exhale, release. So stepping the right foot forward between the hands, coming into a low lunge position. Sinking the hips low, you're either on your fingertips or palms or on your blocks if you're using them. Gazing forward. And exhale, releasing into a half split position, shifting the weight back, right toes are pointing up towards the sky. So this time, the left hip is drawing backwards, right hip is drawing forward, so you can square off towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, fold. Nice active right toes. And inhale, bending back into the front leg, finding low lunge. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, lifting the chest, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And breathing deeply here in your low lunge position. Exhale, release, and step back into all fours tabletop, activating the core muscles, tucking the back toes, and then hovering the knees a few inches up off the mat. Nice strong foundation. Breathing here, we're just going to hold for a little while, activating all the muscles in the mid part of the body. And exhale, pressing the hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. So don't worry if the knees are bent or if the heels aren't quite reaching the ground. You might like to take your dog for a walk here, so bending into one knee and then the other knee alternating. It can also feel really nice to give the head a little shake, yes and no. And exhale, finding stillness, rooting through all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. And then inhale, stepping the feet forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back on the mat, shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. You can keep a little bend here in the knee, Maybe swaying gently from side to side with the fingertips resting on the mat or holding onto opposite elbows, swaying gently from side to side. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, stepping the right foot back, spinning the toes 45 degrees, and then opening up into a warrior two position. So you're bending into your left knee, gazing over the left middle finger, sinking the shoulders, nice active hands. Inhale, flip the left palm, leaning forward. Exhale, reversing your warrior. Right hand rests on right leg, breathing in. Exhale, coming through warrior two, straighten the front leg, and then flipping forward. So left hand comes onto the leg or block or the ankle, right arm reaches up towards the sky into Trikonasana, triangle pose. And if this feels a bit too intense, you can always rest the right hand on the right hip. Make use of the block. Inhale, bending into the left leg, lifting yourself up. Legs are in a straddle position, so you're facing the long way of your mat. Hands on hips. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, pressing the hands into the mat. And exhale, release. The hands can rest on the mat or blocks, or you can find the heels, finding into a forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, pressing the hands into the mat, halfway lift. And exhale, walking the hands over to the right side, framing the right foot. Inhale, left foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat, and then spinning the arms open into warrior two, this time gazing over the right middle finger. Nice strong foundation. Breathing deeply. Inhale, flipping the right palm, leaning forward. Exhale, reverse, right arm sweeps up and overhead. Left hand rests on left leg. Inhale here. And exhale, coming through warrior two. Straighten the front leg, tilting the hips forward, right arm comes down onto a block, the right ankle or the thigh, and then lifting the left arm up towards the sky, finding into triangle pose on the other side. Inhale, slowly lifting yourself back up, walking the feet in towards just about hip width distance, heels in, toes out, and I'll come to face this way, sinking the hips down into a yogi squat. Hands can use as stabilizers in front of you. Don't worry if the heels don't quite reach the ground, and if you are using a block, you can just prop that underneath your bum to help lift the hips. Otherwise, finding stillness, maybe pressing the hands into prayer. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can press your elbows into your knees to help open up the legs. And then just finding stillness here, feeling the sensation in the hips. And exhale, releasing the bum to the ground, finding into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Inhale, swooping the arms up. Exhale, twisting over towards the left side. So right hand comes onto left knee, left hand floats behind, gazing over the left shoulder. And release, sweeping the arms back up. Exhale, twisting over towards the right side, right arm floats behind, gazing over the right shoulder. Nice tall spine. Keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. And release, coming back through center, taking a few rounds of hip circles. So hands are on the knees and then just starting to draw big circles with your spine. As you come forward, open the chest. And as you go back, rounding the spine just a few times in one direction. And then switching over towards the other side, drawing those big circles as fast or as slow as you like. If you want to pause somewhere in your circle to feel a little bit of extra stretch there, then feel free to do that. And slowly coming back through center, resting the hands on the knees, closing down the eyes. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale out with a sigh. Breathing in. Take a moment to notice how you feel now at the end of practice. Gather the hands at heart space, finding gratitude for making the time to do something good for your mind and body. Bowing the gaze. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this class, that you feel like you have a bit more energy and feel a bit more stretched out and strengthened. If you enjoyed this class, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed and joined this community, then please go ahead and do that. I really look forward to seeing you on the mat again real soon. Oh my love.